10 weeks pregnant. Can you believe it? Hey there, I'm Lydia, and this is my 10-week pregnancy update. And I can't believe that we're a quarter of the way there. I am 25% of the way to 40 weeks pregnant. I cannot believe it. In a way, I feel like the first trimester has gone by pretty fast, but there has been a lot going on as well, and so I think that helps time fly. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about pregnancy symptoms at 9 and 10 weeks and what's been going on in the last week, some new things that are going on, and some changes. So thank you so much for following along with my updates. I hope you're enjoying them. I'm getting used to the idea of being pregnant now. At first it was still like a little unreal, but since I have felt so pregnant lately, it's really sinking in. So this week I am 10 weeks pregnant, and today I'm 10 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So I wanted to update you on the symptoms and things that are going on at 10 weeks pregnant. In my last update, I talked about hearing the heartbeat with the Doppler. So we got an at-home Doppler, and I'm really excited to be able to use that. And it says not to expect to get a heartbeat till around 12 weeks pregnant because of the placement of everything. But at 9 weeks pregnant, we were using it and we did get a heartbeat. But I was wondering if maybe it was just my pulse, because it was kind of a low number. It was around 110, and usually baby's heartbeat is between 140 and 160 at that point. So I think maybe we found my artery and found like my pulse with the Doppler and didn't realize it. But that was just the first time we used it, so I didn't think of that. And then a few days later, we used it and we found a heartbeat of 152, and that was definitely the baby's heartbeat, because we were moving it around and could hear my heartbeat, and then kept moving it around and then heard the baby's heartbeat, and it was like ka-thump, 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 ka-thump. And that is more of like a horse clopping kind of like fast baby heartbeat. And so I was like really excited to hear that and just know that is the baby's heartbeat. And so we've been using that several times this week, and that's been really fun. I have notes on my phone because there's just so much. I did want to say that bloating has gone down this week. Hallelujah, because I felt so bloated for the last few weeks, and I don't really have any swelling going on, but just like my belly was bloated for the most part. And people have actually told me this week that it looks like I've lost weight. And I'm like, thank you very much. I'm 10 weeks pregnant, but thank you. Everything just shifts and it moves around. And as far as first trimester pregnancy weight gain, I have kind of fluctuated 1 or 2 pounds in the last few weeks. So I really haven't gained anything yet, because I think when I was bloated, like I did like gain a pound or 2, and I weigh myself like first thing in the morning, so I know that's kind of consistent because it's the same time of day, it's before I eat anything. And so my pre-pregnancy weight was 175, and it was the same with my first pregnancy as well. So I was really glad to like get down to my pre-pregnancy weight and then start over from there. I think last time I gained about 30 pounds, and I was like 205 at the very end before I had her. And so my goal this time is to not gain more than 25 pounds and to not go over 200. So that's just a personal goal, but you know, when we get to that point, a couple pounds is not going to be a big deal. I just want it to be a steady weight gain and make sure that baby's gaining good and that I'm healthy, and that's really what matters. But I know kind of what to expect now. And in the first trimester, I haven't really gained anything, but the apps that I'm using are telling me to like just wait for it, like it's about to kick up a notch, you're about to start gaining steadily. And that's such a weird thing for women, especially, like to plan to gain weight, because everybody's talking about losing weight and everybody wants to like be smaller and like lose 10 pounds or whatever, and should like think about, okay, over the next like 6 months I'm probably going to gain 25 pounds or 30 pounds, who knows. And for some people it's more, for some people it's less. and it's just kind of up to your body type and what you're eating and like how healthy you are. Some people are sick the whole time and don't feel like eating. Some people are hungry the whole time and eat everything in sight, and I'm kind of in the middle. Sometimes I don't feel like eating, sometimes I want a certain thing, sometimes I feel super hungry and then I eat just a little bit and I'm good. So it's been kind of like back and forth for me, but that's what I wanted to talk about, is just kind of where I'm starting at with the weight gain, and then I can keep track of it through the pregnancy. I have had prego brain, and this is worse than like the mom brain that I've gotten used to. I really feel like being pregnant the first time, I had prego brain, and then it became mom brain, and you just don't think about certain things, or you just forget things that you normally wouldn't. So I think I am getting prego brain again. I've forgotten like random things, or I'll like walk into a room, forget what I went for, and so I have to like say it to myself and just keep saying it out loud until I do it and just make sure it gets done. And I know some people, you know, forget things when they're not pregnant, but I just noticed I've been a little clumsier and like ditzier, and that's definitely a pregnancy symptom. I was driving the other day, driving a route that I take all the time. I've made all of these turns like no problem in the past, and I took a wrong turn twice on the way home, and so I knew where the turn was, but I got confused really quick, and then I missed the turn. Then I had to go to the next exit, turn around. I got back on the same direction that I was instead of going in the other direction, so I had to get off at the other exit. So I made a wrong turn 2 times on a very familiar road, and it was really weird. I was like, oh, prego brain. So prego brain is real, let me tell you. I have had a strong sense of smell this week and some nausea, kind of similar to what I talked about in my previous updates. So that's kind of consistent. It hasn't really gone away yet. And then I had some heartburn the other day. That stinks. Heartburn stinks. We ate some spaghetti for dinner, like right before bed. I don't know, like maybe half an hour before bed. And I ate it really fast. I didn't chew it up really good. I was just really hungry. So I ate it really fast, and I had heartburn like all night. And my upper ribs were hurting, and I couldn't get comfortable to sleep. I ended up throwing up a couple times and still didn't feel better. I thought it would make me feel better, but it didn't. So I'm going to try to, you know, chew my food better, and also like eat dinner earlier and give myself time to digest before going to sleep. So hopefully that will help. I've also had a little trouble sleeping. Like last night, I did not sleep very well because my daughter was nursing all night. I felt like she got up like every hour or two to nurse, and so like I have to kind of get awake and then nurse her. So she had her 15-month checkup last week, and I talked to her doctor about starting sleep training, and we're also starting potty training with her, and we're talking about maybe starting weaning and seeing how she does with it. I don't think she's ready, but I think I'm getting ready before she is. So I just want to start like making a plan and just helping her to get more independent, to be, you know, ready to do some things on her own, like go to sleep on her own by the time the new baby comes. So I just think it would be really helpful if all of us could get some sleep, because I know how it is. Once the newborn comes, there's not that much sleep. So hopefully sleep will get better, because no sleep really stinks. We all need it to just keep going. I've also had several things going on that I think is just like the tiredness talking, because I have had so much fatigue in the last few weeks, and so I've been so tired that it's easy to get overwhelmed thinking about the future and thinking about what am I gonna do with 2 kids, like a baby and a toddler on my own. So I'm like already thinking about that, and so it's easy to get into negative thinking, of thinking I'm going to be tired forever and this is going to get harder, and what was I thinking having them so close together. But I think that's the tiredness talking, because I am super excited to be pregnant, and I'm really excited that our babies are going to be so close together and right at 2 years apart. And I think it's going to be a beautiful thing, but right now I'm just tired. And so I'm really hoping my energy kicks back up. And I had a glimmer of hope this week, because the last couple of days I have had like a burst of energy where I was able to like organize some things and clean some things at the house, and I didn't just feel exhausted after doing one thing. So I'm really hoping that's a sign that like in the second trimester I'm gonna have more energy, and that might be a sign that I'm already nesting, cleaning things out. I threw away like, well, didn't throw away, but like gave away a whole bag of toys, and we still have like plenty of toys. But I just felt so good getting rid of that and making room, and just knowing like, hey, soon we're gonna be sharing space with another person and we're gonna need to make room. So I felt really good about like being productive and getting some of those things done and having the energy. I wasn't just exhausted after, I felt good after doing that. So I have been emotional when like hearing sentimental stories or watching videos, anything about babies, or like anything cute, really. Like cute puppies, or I don't know, like anything sweet. Those videos you see of like military moms and dads coming home and stuff like that, oh my goodness, just like tears as soon as I see it. And I think I'm more emotional now that I'm pregnant, and it just makes me think more about those sentimental things. Another thing is like I haven't felt as good about my body during this pregnancy as I did last time. I remember being like in love with my body. Like as soon as I found out I was pregnant last time, I was like, my body is awesome, I can grow a human, like this is amazing, like what a gift. And I loved like watching myself gain weight and stuff. But I think just now that's another like tired thing. I just feel like, you know, I see like what's wrong, like oh, there's acne, or oh, I forgot to shave, like I haven't had time to shave, or like I just haven't felt as good about my body. So that's one thing, is I'm going to start like changing some of that negative thinking and telling myself some of those things, because I think it is just habit. It's like those things that you allow yourself to say when you're, you know, talking to yourself. So when I look in the mirror, I need to say, you know, you're beautiful, and God has given you a beautiful gift, and like you're able to grow this human and, you know, be a mom and do all these things. So I need to remind myself that that's such a gift, and not just like nitpick every single thing. So that's one thing that I really want to get better at from this point. So, you know, at least I'm aware of it enough to make those changes. On that note though, my husband still thinks I look really hot, and so that's a good thing. He thinks I look really good when I'm pregnant and says I should be pregnant all the time. And I'm like, oh boy, I feel like I'm gonna be pregnant or nursing for the rest of my life. And that's overwhelming. but he just thinks it's awesome that I'm pregnant, and he's like, wow, that's just amazing. Like, you're amazing and you're really hot. So at least my husband thinks I am, so there's that. And I know that the pregnancy and breastfeeding and like toddlerhood and all of that is just a season, and even though it feels like it's going to be forever, I do know like how short it is, especially like the first year. I know that kind of goes by fast and you miss it, and so I want to enjoy the whole journey, and I don't want to miss it. I don't want to be like discouraged or depressed or anything like that, and not be able to see the good things, because there's so many good things, and I'm really willing to, you know, be uncomfortable and to sacrifice what I want for the needs of my family. And I think that's just part of being a mom. So I have to remind myself what's really important. I texted my mom this week and apologized for all the times that I've ever interrupted her in the bathroom, because I told her, I get it. I realize like that's your only break sometimes, and sometimes you just need a moment to yourself. And so now that I'm a mom, I get it, and I realize like, oh, a couple minutes, you know, going to the bathroom by yourself can really help you just breathe and take a second and recharge and be able to keep going. And so I was like, sorry Mom for all those times I did not realize that that was so needed. And so now I get it. A couple other symptoms that I've had this week is some dizziness, especially like I was sitting down. I wasn't even like standing up. I was sitting down and just kind of got dizzy. So I just, you know, would breathe and drink some water and like wait till I wasn't dizzy anymore, and then went about my day and it was fine. It was just a couple minutes, but that was kind of weird because I don't usually get dizzy. And then a couple days this week I've had some lower back pain, which is a pregnancy symptom, and I don't usually have lower back. Usually I have like pain in my shoulders or something, and it really helps me to get like a chiropractic adjustment. So I have been getting adjusted like once a week, and I think that has helped me so much. It helped a lot in the last pregnancy, and then I'm planning to keep doing that for this pregnancy. So getting adjusted really helps because everything's shifting and moving around, and your body's like changing so quickly that really week to week you need those adjustments just to keep going. I also wanted to update you. I made a video about drinking coffee while you're pregnant because people have asked me about it. So I just wanted to address it. But I'm not drinking coffee every day like I was. I'll go a couple days and not even really want it. And then if I do want it, I'll go get one and then I'm good. So kind of my craving for that went down, and I haven't wanted it as often. But I'm cool with having a cup a day if I really wanted it. So those are my symptom updates and kind of some emotional updates, and that's kind of where I'm at in my head. But I wanted to share just where I'm at because I think it is important to be like raw and real and honest, and I do want to document everything that's going on. And so when things are going well, I want to document that, and then when things are hard, I want to document that too. So thank you so much for going along this journey with me and for all of your support during this pregnancy, and just for your excitement too. I really appreciate it. And if anybody out there is like in a similar situation, I just want to tell you to keep your head up and stay positive, and remind yourself of all the good things in your life, because we really are so blessed. I'll see you in my next pregnancy update. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and tap the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video so you won't miss anything. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see more of in these videos, and if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.